tickets to that next event? Well, at 12 Ounce Sports, we've got them with soccer anywhere in the world. Tickets to any venue, any sport. Want to go to NCAA or NFL football matches? We've got them.
Yeah.
Baseball at every level. Every Power 5 matchup is available. Don't forget, costumes and paint are optional. What's that? You want to go to Broadway? We have those too. Want to jam out? Every concert, every artist. That's right, at 12 Ounce Sports, we've got the tickets for less. 12ozsports.com/tickets. That's 12ouncesports.com/tickets.
Welcome to MyBookie. You're ready to create an account and start making money, and we're here to help. And remember, you can get a bonus of up to $1,000 on your first deposit. Now you're ready to bet. Just go to mybookie.ag, visit the sportsbook, click on your bet, and input the amount you want to risk or win in the bet slip. Yes, it's that easy. Just remember, at MyBookie, you play, you win, you get paid.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Thirsty Thursday edition of Primetime Live with Philly Pete. I am your host, the one and only, proud to say that, Philly Pete, and we're here live on Roku, we're here live on YouTube, and of course the 24/7 12 Ounce Sports platform. What can I say? We're here. We're ready for action. Penn State, Notre Dame, the Final Four national semifinals go live tonight, 7:45 on the East Coast. I cannot wait. Get ready to rock and roll. You already know where my head's at, ladies and gentlemen. I'm pumped up. I'm ready to go. Work was great. Great week. Busy week, but great. Time to wrap up the weekend in prime fashion as we head into the NFL playoffs as well. Thank you all for tuning in. All right. Hopefully everyone is getting home safe from work, wherever you may be. Cooking dinner, ordering, or going out. Whatever you do, hopefully everyone's being safe out there and even tuning in to me. I mean, I'll be your entertainment for the next half hour. You know, that's all I got to say about that. So we got a lot to talk about. We got, I got not only this show, but of course we'll be live tomorrow as well. But we have a little bit of breakdown for tonight's game. You already know where my head's at. Okay. You already know where my head's at. But I'll give you guys a little bit of a breakdown from each side of the ball. And of course, my pick for tonight. And of course, we're going to go through the NHL. A very large card this evening in the world of hockey on a Thursday evening. Tuesdays and Thursdays are always busy when it comes to the NHL. Really, a lot of games. Last night, clients go 0 for 2 in the NHL. I didn't give out a best bet last night. Just not really a good, those sort of cards, those short little 3, 1 game to 4 game, package on a night isn't really the best, but we'll be all right. We'll bounce back in normal fashion tonight. We'll get that rocking and rolling. But yeah, I mean, welcome aboard. Let's rock and roll. We're live on Roku. That's incredible. I love it. All right. So rest assured, this is gonna be, like I said this the other night. This brand, our network is just gonna be flying high with flying colors. It's gonna rocket in the space very, very soon. A lot of big stuff ahead of us. And hey, everyone here tuning in is going to be the first to know that. Really, it's going to be fun. It's going to be a very fun 2025 for the 12 Ounce Sports Network, for all the cappers on here as well, and for everybody else that has their show. It's very, very exciting and a lot of great guys here. And like I said, happy to be a part of the new year with the gang themselves. So, all right, without further ado, let's get into it. Talk some headlines, all right? We got some headlines tonight. Like I said, 7:30 game here tonight. and Notre Dame, Penn State, and then you have Ohio State, Texas tomorrow. It's crazy to think that, hey, there's not one team that had a bye, not one bye team is advancing to the semifinals. Oregon, okay, you had Oregon get eliminated. You had Arizona State, you had Boise State. I mean, it's wild. And Georgia as well. I mean, all those top seeds that had byes are all done. Okay, this is going to be a fun Final Four. All right, I know a lot of people probably didn't expect Notre Dame to be here. A lot of people probably didn't expect Penn State to be here. Texas and Ohio State probably, but still, a lot of people probably expected Oregon to be here. A lot of people expected Georgia to be here. Well, not so fast, my friends. We got a nice Final Four ahead of us starting tonight. This line has been going back and forth, but real quick. So now the Vegas Raiders, they fire Telesco days after firing Antonio Pierce. They're starting brand new. Okay. Simple as that. Hornets Lakers game postponed. JJ Redick loses his home due to the fires. Listen, everyone out there in the state of California, we're on your side. All right. It's a tragedy what's going on right now. I have my cousin lives out there, and one of my good buddies lives out there as well in LA, around the evacuation zone as well. In Glendale, they live, and I've been keeping up with them. It's painfully sad to see, what they're going through. They're good, thank God. Like, so far so good. They're okay. No need to evacuate yet, but they're right at that zone. It's getting close. But right now they're living, they're doing fine. But all those out there that have friends, family, just in general, my thoughts and prayers go out to the people of California, LA area. It's very brutal seeing houses go down in flames, and it's a scary sight for sure. It really is. So, but LA is strong. I know you guys will fight back as you normally do. But we're all praying for you for sure. Carson Beck plans to enter the portal. Now, there was signs of him staying, or there were signs of him going to the NFL draft, but unfortunately, tables turned. Okay, probably realized, hey, I'm not going to be where I want to be in the NFL draft, so let's just take my name elsewhere. He's going to go into the portal. I'm curious to see where he goes. A lot of big time names out there, a lot of big time schools out there that he could shine for. I mean, bring that bulldog spirit to where he lands. And I'm curious to see where he goes. I really am. Tyreek Hill, he's committed to the Dolphins. Does he have a bounce back spot? He's going to be 30, 31 years old. He can still do it. I have him in a keeper auction league, for $49. I'm not sure if I'm going to keep him or not. I think that's a lot, but considering it might be worth a shot. Some leagues I know have drafted him for $60+, but that's down the road. I'm just happy that he's committed to the Dolphins, for now, and we'll see what happens in Tyreek Hill. We'll see what happens for sure. Zay Flowers, he's out for Sunday against the Ravens. That's big against the Steelers. A big time player out. Lamar, you got to rely on the feet, got to rely on Derrick Henry, got to rely now on Mark Andrews, get him more involved into that offense. He's been non-existent this season. Get him more involved. Get the other playmakers involved as well. Okay? It's a big-time number. I had the Steelers at +10. Okay? That was my play on Tuesday's show if you tuned in. But the Steelers +10 is what I'm on. Okay? But that's a big name. Big name, Zay Flowers out for Saturday's contest against the Steelers. Okay. Okay. So that's basically it in terms of main headlines. Now, let's get into what everyone's been wanting to talk about. Notre Dame, Penn State. This line has been going back and forth. Okay. So it was Penn State +2, Penn State +1.5. Been seeing Penn State -1 now on Pinnacle. Now it's like dead on even. It's a pick 'em. Line is going each direction. We're not sure, for sure. Like we don't know what's going on, but a lot of money going each way. It's like I said, it's going to be one of those games where I think it's going to be a very low scoring affair. Over under is at 46. I dig the under 46. I do. This seems to be more of to me, I feel like this is going to be a defensive game. Now, of course, Abdul Carter is a game time decision. I believe he'll play. He's not going to be 100%, but this is for a chance at a national championship. I just feel like you got to get out there. Notre Dame fighting, the flu. Okay, a lot of the players in the locker room, flu's going around. A lot of players are sick. Now, how is that going to affect the game? Now, I've been hearing a lot of speculation that's the backups, special teams players. Is that just a smokescreen? For the actual players themselves? Are they? But again, we don't know. We just hear the news, we hear the media, and we're just going to live by it, really. So right now, Penn State, Notre Dame, dead on even. Okay, it's a pick. Over-under here set at 46. I'm on the under 46 in this game here tonight. I could see a 19-16 sort of game, maybe even lower than that. But I think that seems like a decent score. 18-14, 17-14. Game of field goals maybe. It's very possible. But of course, my head is on Penn State here tonight. Don't get me wrong. Franklin is 1-14 against AP top 5 teams entering tonight's matchup. We know the history. I know the history, my alma mater, following James Franklin since he's been on the Nittany Lions, his track record is terrible against top 5 teams, AP top 5 teams. Okay. 1-14. Okay. That's the record. Let's not do this tonight, James. All right. This is the team. If this team is going to, if you're going to have a chance to win a national championship, this is your team. This is the team to do it with. Really. We're overdue, haven't won a title since 1986, and prior to that was 1982, of course, but 2 titles to the name. It's time to make this, let's do this. Let's do the damn thing. All right. So it's a matter of time for James Franklin to get off that hiatus. 1-14. Let's make it 2-14 tonight. Okay. Simple as that. I was talking to my dad earlier, another Penn State alumnus or alumni. And, he was there at Penn State for both. He was there for the first national championship. All right. He graduated in 82. He was able to see that national championship in 82, which was pretty cool. I was floating around, I was floating around before I was born in my mother's stomach, floating around, the future PSU guy, the future PSU boy. But it was magical to see my dad witness 2 titles, but it's even going to be more of a nice, I know it's a very touching subject, but it's good to see because, my dad is who got me into Penn State, so if it wasn't, it's the only school I applied for, got in, happy as can be. That's it. Life's good. Life goes on. This is going to be a great game tonight. I look forward to it. Riley Leonard's going to have the gang ready, now, can the run game be okay, for Notre Dame here tonight? All right. You saw him walking in the brace. Okay. So I'm walking the brace this week. I'm not sure how bad the situation is. I'm sure he'll be okay to go, but that offense is going to rely on Riley Leonard tonight. Really transferred from Duke. We know that. He can run too. He can run. He's a decent, dual. I don't want to say he's a dual threat, but when he can run, he can run. Okay, he can do it on his feet for sure. We've seen that during the course of these playoffs for college football for Notre Dame. Drew Aller can do the same. Not as mobile, okay, not as quick, but he'll get the job done. My only worry for tonight is if, my big question tonight is if Aller is ready for this game here tonight. We saw against Boise State, it was all defense. SMU, it was all defense. It really was. Okay, it really was. And I'm hoping Aller could step up tonight, make some great plays. Nick Singleton and Allen. Okay. So, Allen and Singleton. All right. Two solid running backs, probably, besides Texas and maybe a few others, that have a really good backfield, a combination of great running backs in the backfield. That's what makes Penn State so unique is that they have a great 1-2 combo, between Keytron Allen and of course Nick Singleton. So, but yeah, so this is gonna be a fun game for the ages. Battle of Delco, battle of Northeast Philly, a battle of those. Obviously, I'm Catholic. I was born and raised Catholic, but the fact that you have Northeast Philly Delco fans that have the Notre Dame logo tattooed on their thighs, and they're like, yeah, go Irish. It's the meaning behind that is because they're Catholic Irish, okay, or Irish Catholic, men or women, okay. They never went to Notre Dame. You kidding me? You go to anybody in Philly and ask if they went to Notre Dame. If you see a tattoo and you ask somebody in Philly, hey, did you go to Notre Dame? They would say no. Hell, they probably wouldn't even know where the hell it's located. South Bend, Indiana. Okay. I know that because I know my sports. Other people probably don't. Okay. They're just fans because it's an Irish Catholic thing. And it's a big ordeal, of course, in Philadelphia, specifically Northeast and Delco, Delaware County. Penn State, if you went there, of course, all respect. Absolutely. But of course, if that's the team, a lot of people just love Penn State because it's in the state of Pennsylvania, and it's the only college football team they represent. Temple stinks. Who the hell wants to root for Pitt? Okay. You really don't have much else out there. You don't. You really don't. So that's what it comes down to. Everyone is a big Penn State fan because it's the only good and relevant college football team, unless if you're out west and you want to root for Pitt. Okay. But that's that. All right. That's my spiel. All right. Simple as that. So tonight, I'm going Penn State tonight, of course. All right. And I'm going to go under 46 tonight. I think we see a low-scoring defensive game tonight. Offenses, we'll see what happens. But the key tonight is Drew Aller. Drew Aller is the key for Penn State to win this game and go on to their first national championship since 1986. All right. So let's do the damn thing. All right, ladies and gentlemen, just like that, let me take a quick 2-minute commercial break. When I get back, NHL, free plays, and much more. This is the Thursday edition, the Thirsty Thursday edition, I should say, of Primetime Live with Philly Pete. Sit back, relax, give me two, and I will be right back.
Need tickets to that next event? Well, at 12 Ounce Sports, we've got them with soccer anywhere in the world. Tickets to any venue, any sport. Want to go to NCAA or NFL football matches? We've got them.
Yeah.
Baseball at every level. Every Power 5 matchup is available. Don't forget, costumes and paint are optional. What's that? You want to go to Broadway? We have those too. Want to jam out? Every concert, every artist. That's right. At 12 Ounce Sports, we've got the tickets for less. 12ozsports.com/tickets. That's 12ouncesports.com/tickets.
Welcome to MyBookie. You're ready to create an account and start making money. And we're here to help. And remember, you can get a bonus of up to $1,000 on your first deposit. Now you're ready to bet. Just go to mybookie.ag, visit the sportsbook, click on your bet, and input the amount you want to risk or win in the bet slip. Yes, it's that easy. Just remember, at MyBookie, you play, you win, you get paid.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, Philly Pete here live. Thank you so much for taking that quick 2-minute commercial break with me. This is the Thirsty Thursday edition of Primetime Live with Philly Pete. I am your host, the one, the only, Philly Pete. We're here live on Roku TV. Come on in, check us out on the Roku. All right, download the app, tune in. Let's go. This is the hottest network on the planet right now, and it's only going to get better, ladies and gentlemen. Let's kick it off. All right, YouTube, of course, as well. Come on in, check us out. The chat is open. Let's go. Got a lot of NHL games here tonight, a lot of free plays to give you guys as well. Okay, let's go. Let's rock and roll. And, of course, don't forget the 24/7 12-ounce sports streaming platform that we have. We're live all the time. Just chime on in. Give us a hello. Give us a thumbs up. Follow us on YouTube, 12-ounce sports. And, of course, give us a thumbs up. Chat's open. That's all I got to say. Let's rock and roll. Make sure you hit up mybookie.ag for some great bets. So if you want to make some bets, mybookie.ag is the best spot. Mybookie.ag, promo code there is 12-ounce sports. They'll match your first deposit up to $1,000. And those that are also interested, make sure you check out. We have a betting subscription on YouTube. All right, get us on YouTube. Sign up. $6 for the month, $60 for the $6 for the month, $60 for the year. That's it. Cheap money, but for great services. When you sign up today, you get 3 days for free. Everything's happy-go-lucky. Cheaper than your grande coffee at Starbucks, to be short and sweet. Any sort of coffee, to be honest. It's $6 for the month. Kidding me? It's cheap. Very cheap and very consistent and transparent as well. All right, let's get going here. Got 10 minutes, and guess what? I got 10 plays. So let's rock and roll for tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Dallas, Philadelphia. Here we go. Over-under here set at, or I should say Dallas minus 145 on the money line. Philly plus 130 as a home dog. Over-under set at 6 at minus 125. You can get the over 6.5 at plus 105. 75% of the public money on the Stars. 70% of the public money on the under. Okay, 6.5 is shown at minus 115. Not terrible. The under is 40, 33, and 7 to the under. Okay, and I dig that. Flyers haven't really been playing well lately. Another loser to Toronto. Dallas comes in here. You got to keep flying, with these teams, because I just feel like Philly is on the verge of, like, now they're starting to lose games, get out of that wild card spot, and hopefully at this point realizing, like, we're probably not going to make. I know you still have 3 months left in the season, but it's make or break for this team, really. So I'm fading them tonight. I'm going to take the Dallas Stars money line tonight, minus 145. That's probably the juiciest I would take something. I don't go anything more than that. Otherwise, I start thinking about the puck line. Even though it's at plus 160, that's not bad. But I want to go Dallas money line minus 145. Full game under 6.5 at minus 115. Edmonton, Pittsburgh. All right, Edmonton minus 230 on the money line. Pittsburgh plus 190. Over under here is set at 6 at minus 130. You can get the 6.5 at plus 100. Depends what you want to do. But I will buy down the 6 here in this spot, pay the extra 30 cents. I'm okay with that, and go to minus 130, maybe minus 135. Okay, 70% of the public money on the Oilers, 60% of the public money on the over. All right, let's go. Bingo, bango, bongo. Edmonton, puck line, minus 1.5 at plus 115. I'm going to take that. I'm going to take Edmonton team total over 3.5, and I'm going to take the full game over 6. Okay, and to add on, I'm going to add on the first period over 1.5 goals as well. So that's what I like. Those 4 plays in this game tonight. Edmonton puck line, first period over, full game over 6. And then the Edmonton Oilers team total over 3.5. Short and sweet, and that's how we're going to be in Pittsburgh tonight. And on top of that, with the over-under, okay, I know the under, it's about as even as can get, 40, 40, and 2 to the over-under. So it's as dead even as it can get there. All right, Boston, Tampa minus 160 in the money line. Boston plus 145. Over-under here is at 6 at plus 105. You could buy down the 5.5 at minus 130. 80% of the public money on Tampa, 60% of the public money on the under. The under is 40, 36, and 5. Okay. To be fair, we haven't really seen that explosion from Tampa lately. And honestly, Boston is Boston. Just, hit or miss of a team. I'm riding Tampa Bay puck line tonight. All right. Tampa puck line plus 160. All right. Some good value there for sure. They should take care of business this evening. And I like the under 6 at minus 115. I can't give up that number. I really haven't seen Tampa thrive fully yet. Boston has been so inconsistent. You're not sure what kind of offense they're going to bring to the table tonight. So Tampa puck line at plus 160 and the under 6 is what I'm digging tonight there in St. Pete's. Buffalo, Ottawa. Okay, Buffalo, Ottawa. Ottawa minus 150 on the money line. Buffalo plus 135. Over under here is at 5.5 at minus 135 or even minus 140. You can get the 6 at minus 105. 70% of the public money on Ottawa, 65% of the public money on the over. Now, the over is 35, 33, and 12. All right, so decent amount of pushes between these two. The last time it was in Ottawa, it went under. Okay, it was a 3-2 game there. But every time they were in Buffalo, it goes over. Okay, so we'll see what happens here tonight. I do believe we see goals. I am on the over. I do like the over 6 in this spot here, over 5.5. I also am going to be leaning more towards Ottawa at that minus. Yeah, I like the regulation spot for Ottawa because I really don't want to take the minus 150, but I also don't, I'm kind of contemplating the puck line, but I feel like Buffalo may be able to, keep it close. All right. So that regulation game, I could see a 4-3 sort of game. All right. Ottawa and reg, or maybe even Ottawa -1. But let's rock out Ottawa and regulation tonight. All right. And the full game over 5.5 there between Buffalo and Ottawa. Seattle, Columbus. Here we go. All right. Seattle -120 in the money line. Columbus +110. Over under here is at 6 at -130. 70% of the public money on Columbus, and it's a split between the over under. Okay. The over is 47. I'm sorry. Excuse me. 47. All right. 47, 32, and 3 to the over combined for these two teams here tonight. I love this game. I love the over, and I'm taking Columbus. Give me the first period over, full game over 6, and Columbus as a small dog tonight at home at +110. So there you go, ladies and gentlemen. Jackets money line +110, full game over 6, and the first period over 1.5 there as well. All right. Devils, Rangers. All right. Devils -140 in the money line. Rangers +125. Over runners at 6.5. All right. Right off the bat, the under 6.5 at -115. The under is 47, 33, and 3 combined to the under. So big, heavy trend to the under for these two teams here. And that's what I'm on tonight as well. Under 6.5, Devils, Rangers. And I like the Rangers tonight money line +125. I mean, I'm going to take a shot with the Rangers, even though they've been terrible. But I want to roll with the dice there for sure. So we'll go there. Rangers money line +125 in the full game under 6.5. All right. Toronto, Carolina. All right. Carolina -180 in the money line. Toronto +150 in the money line. Over under here's at 5.5. 60% of the public money on Carolina. 50% of public money. It's back and forth on the over. Okay, 50-50 each way. Again, trending with the under for these teams. The under is 42, 35, and 6 combined to the under right off the bat. Give me the under 5.5 at -105. I'll take a chance with that. And you know what? I'm going to take a long shot here. I'm going to take the Toronto Maple Leafs money line at +150. This is going to be like a road dog play that I like tonight. I'm going to take a shot with it. Okay. All right. So all in all, Leafs money line +150 in the full game under 5.5 is where I'm at in Carolina. Anaheim, St. Louis. This should be an interesting game. St. Louis -200 on the money line. Anaheim +180. Over under here is at 6 at +100. 70% of the public money on the Blues. 55% of the public money on the under. Now, again, I love the under in this spot because it's 48, 28, and 6 in favor to the under for these two teams here combined. Give me the full game under 6 at -115, and give me the Ducks puck line at -140. All right, +1.5 at -140. That's my play in this game here tonight. So there you go. Under 6 and the Ducks puck line to cover that spread. Colorado, Minnesota, Avs -145, Minnesota +130. Over under here's at 6 at +100. You can get the 5.5 at -135. Again, this is another tight over under combination there. 40 and 39 to the 40 and 38 to the under. Do we see goals in this game? It's very possible, but I'm leaning the under 6 in this spot here. So Colorado, Minnesota under 6, and again, I'm going to take the Wild here at home +130. I'm going to take it. I really am. Colorado had they lost last night to Chicago. Now they're going to Minnesota. Do they bounce back? I don't know. But I like that spot here from Minnesota. So give me the Wild +130 in the full game under. And then last but not least, Islanders in Vegas. Over under here is at 5.5. And wow, 80% of the public money on the Knights. Now the over is 42 and 35 to the over. So give me the over, even the 5.5 looks pretty good at -135. So the trends on the over between these two teams, public's on the under. Give me the over 5.5. Give me Vegas puck line at +150. And ladies and gentlemen, just like that, I'm out of time. Hope everyone have fun. Let's go State. Let's cash out some tickets. And I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. Good night, and let's go.
Need tickets to that next event? Well, at 12 Ounce Sports, we've got them with soccer anywhere in the world. Tickets to any venue, any sport. Want to go to NCAA or NFL football matches? We've got them.
Yeah.
Baseball at every level.